Yo, welcome to The Big Take. I'm your host, John Red, here to bring you the biggest take in professional open bodybuilding. And today is going to be part one of a part 4 series where I'm going to make my case for 4 specific bodybuilders. My case that they will win the Mr. Olympia. These 4 bodybuilders are the only ones that I believe have a legitimate chance. No disrespect to anybody else, but these athletes are Samson Dowda, Derek Lunsford, Hadi Chupin, and Nick Walker. Yes, I still said Nick Walker. Honorable mention is obviously Andrew Jack, but I don't think Andrew Jack can beat Samson Dowda. And if you can't beat Samson Dowda, then you can't win Mr. Olympia. Now, today I'm going to make my case for Nick Walker, and I'm going to have 3 main points as to why I think Nick Walker could possibly win. First point is New York Pro. So people saw Nick at the New York Pro and were kind of up in arms like, oh, look at the gut, this and that. And I think it's a couple different things that made people look at it that way. One is Martin Fitzwater was so good. Martin Fitzwater was damn good, and we did not expect that at all, not from a mile away. Secondly, Nick Walker wasn't off, but he was off for Nick Walker, I would say. The midsection control wasn't that great. He could have been more conditioned, but all in all, Nick looked pretty damn good. And I think that people were so hyped up and thought that he was going to dominate that show so aggressively that they completely cut him out of the conversation of winning Mr. Olympia after that showing. So secondly, I want to talk about 2023 Olympia when Nick pulled out because of the hamstring injury. If you guys remember, after that Olympia was over last year and Nick showed some of the pictures that he had leading up to the Olympia, maybe like a day or 2 out, he looked phenomenal. And the talk of the town was if Nick was in this show, Nick might have probably won. And I was one of those people that felt that way. If Nick can bring that package that he seemingly would have brought to the 2023 Olympia with the added size that he's put on since then, it's going to be tough for anybody to beat him. It just is what it is. And lastly, probably the biggest point of all 3 is Nick works well under pressure. He works well as an underdog. And at this point in his career, this might be the biggest underdog he's ever been in his career, maybe outside of the Arnold Classic that he won. Now that one, people knew something special was going to happen, but nobody's ever talked bad about Nick Walker and said that he couldn't have a chance to win the Olympia like they have this year. And I think that all comes from the New York Pro. But we all know when Nick is an underdog, he performs. The guy is a psycho. And if Nick turns it on, if he dials it in, if he eats the right food that agrees with his gut, if he keeps everything tight, midsection control tight, and comes in peeled, he's going to be a lot to fucking deal with. So anyways, that is my case for Nick Walker winning the Mr. Olympia. Tomorrow I will come out with a part 2 where I will give my case for another one of those 4 athletes. But I'm John Red. This is The Big Take, and I'm gone. Bye.